Hey everyone, welcome back to Tour to Better Us. Today we're gonna go and review all of South America. The good, the bad, the ugly, the delicious.
Especially the delicious.
And some of the bad. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Take my hand.
Let's go.
After Europe, I really thought South America would be out of our comfort zone and it would be difficult for us to feel at home. Well, the complete opposite happened. The fact that we both speak Spanish probably helped a lot with that. Being able to exchange with our Airbnb hosts, neighbors, drivers, people at the store, etc. was a big plus. 6 months ago, we talked about our itinerary for South America in that video. In the end, we spent 5 weeks in Peru with the trip to Machu Picchu and to the Ica area. Then we spent 8 weeks in Chile. That was the country we stayed the longest in, with a trip to Atacama at the beginning, a lot of weekend trips to the coastal region in Valparaiso, Viña del Mar, and Concon, a day trip to Pomaire with our friends, and finally, the week we spent in a van in Patagonia. Next was Argentina, where we spent 4 weeks with a trip to Iguazu, and a friend went to visit us. We were actually supposed to spend 2 weeks in Uruguay, but we ended up spending 5 days there in Punta del Este and Montevideo, and we really enjoyed that country. But the country we really fell in love with came after that. We spent 2.5 weeks in Ecuador, and we wish we could have stayed longer to explore more, and just because we really enjoyed Quito. There we took a trip to Cotopaxi, the volcano, and to Baños. And finally, it was time for our last country. We spent 3 weeks in Colombia. There we moved around a lot more than usual. We went to Medellin for almost a week, a yoga retreat for a week, Cartagena for a few days, and finally Bogota. We didn't make it to Bolivia and Paraguay, but we did end up discovering and loving Ecuador. And we got out of our comfort zone, spending a week in a van in the south of Chile. Now our social life in South America. We met so many awesome people during the last 6 months. We even met up again with some of them in other countries after our first encounter. Most people were met on tours, but others were also VIP teachers, people in our dance classes, friends we knew from before, etc. In Europe, we were really focused on not spending that much money. We were trying not to go out, but you really don't need to spend that much to enjoy your social life. A part that was really different from before, something new, was that we took regular dance classes in Peru and Chile, and then we tried our hand at tango in Buenos Aires. Chile was definitely our best experience for that. And it's interesting because I had been to that same salsa school back in 2011 when I went to Chile for a 3 months internship. I loved it then and still love it now.
For South America, we decided that as this is a big interest for us, food and learning how to make it, we'd splurge and actually try and learn some things. So in Chile, we took a cooking class where we learned how to make some delicious ceviche, pisco sour for you alcohol lovers, and empanadas. And you can see that video on this link. In Colombia, I learned how to make arroz coco, which is just rice with coconut water/milk, but it's delicious. For tours, we mainly went with free walk-in tours as everything was a lot more affordable and the guides were a lot more easygoing and down to earth. We did splurge on some paid tours on occasions, because we wanted to make the most out of our 2 to 3 days off in the week. These tours we did in Peru, Chile, and Ecuador. Transportation, we stuck generally to public transportation in most countries, or we walked a lot, especially in Peru. But when we got to Argentina and Ecuador, we ended up having to use a lot more Ubers as it was easier to get on with the Uber because the traffic situation was horrendous.
Let's start with our best adventure. That would be hands down our week in a van. We had a free week in April that I figured would fill itself up, and the magic of Instagram worked. When I read about Kara's cars on Instagram, I knew this was the perfect fit. It felt so out of our comfort zone at first, But it felt just right on the road, and I'm happy I had the best partner for it.
Our most incredible discovery would have to be Ecuador. We said it 10 times before, but Ecuador was not even close to being on our list. But we fell in love with it nonetheless.
The most WTF moment, a fire in our building in Santiago in Chile. We just woke up in the middle of the night. I'll spare the details right now, but basically we got really scared. We ended up having to take the elevator. Yeah, not a good idea, but we had no choice because the stairs were full of smoke, we couldn't breathe, and in the end everything ended up well. But WTF.
Our most fun encounter had to be getting snuck into Brazil. As American citizens, you need a visa. But our cab driver decided, hey, there's a show in Brazil just across the border. You guys want to go? Heck yeah. And man, did we have a blast. For most fulfilling experiences, it would have to be the meditation retreat. Now, I already did a big video about how that went, which I'll put the link up here. But it was a way to really discover a side of ourselves we didn't even know. Highly recommended. But check out the video, it'll have a lot more detail.
Our most valuable lesson. I would say yes to more things and just put yourself out there. Say yes. Why does it matter? Sometimes I just tend to say no to things just because I guess I'm worried about not feeling comfortable somewhere. So that was a big thing. For example, with just meeting people, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be comfortable with them. Why does it matter? If I'm not comfortable, I can just leave. So yeah, saying yes to more things was definitely a big thing.
The most grateful moment out of the whole experience would have to be just having each other to go through everything with, the ups, the downs, and the in-betweens. I look forward to just keep traveling together, learning more about each other, and experiencing this big blue world. We know all of this is subjective. It was just our experience. We just hope it helps you realize that, you know what, even if there's some struggles on the adventure, there's plenty of good. Definitely set up your own adventure. Whatever you've been wanting to do, take a shot. It might not be perfect, but hey, that's just part of the journey.
And we can't wait to explore more. Of South America, we would love to go back, and everything else that's coming next. To get more amazing food, meet more amazing people, and everything that comes with traveling. If you have any questions about a specific part, anything you would want more details about, just let us know in the comments below and we'll be happy to get a new video or a blog post about it.
And if you like this type of summary video, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure. Bye.